Go. Good evening, everyone. Hello. My name is Sister Lovely. I am covering for Pastor Lucy this evening. She'll be back soon. And hopefully, she's somewhere with her feet up, relaxing. And as you're coming on, please share this live with someone you might know, a family member, a friend, someone who you think might benefit from this topic we're about to discuss. And welcome. Please share this live as I'm sharing it as well with my friends, a few people I know who might be able to benefit from this. Go ahead and share this live. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Again, this is Lovely. It is Wednesday, y'all. It is the middle of the week. Weekend is almost here, not quite yet, but almost here. I'm excited, and I hope you are too. To all you mothers out there who celebrated Mother's Day on Sunday, I hope you had a marvelous Sunday. I did. I had an absolutely blissful Sunday, and thank you, my husband, for making it happen, and my kids. And I hope all of you guys out there also had a great Mother's Day. Please share again. Today we're going to be talking about mental health because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And it's so great to be in a church where they don't only care about your, spiritual growth, your spiritual well-being, but also your mental wellness. It's just a really blessed thing to have here at Salem. And I want to thank Pastor Lucy for thinking I can do this, by the way. Thank you, Pastor Lucy. And hopefully I can live up to your expectation prayerfully. And again, if you're coming on, share this live. It's Sister Lovely here. If you're expecting Pastor Lucy, she'll be back in a few days. And today we'll be talking about mental health. We're going to start with a prayer like we usually do, and we're going to go delve right into our topic. If you are just coming in, again, share this live. I'm going to go ahead and start with a prayer, and we'll get started. Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you. Lord, you are marvelous and you are glorious. We want to thank you for bringing us together this evening to discuss what is a very much important topic in our community. Lord, we ask that anything and everything that is said here is being anointed and filtered by you, that is not coming just from me, but it is coming from you. And that any word that falls on good ground, that whomever can benefit from it, even if it's one person, they are able to take it and do something positive with it. Lord, please be with us throughout this evening. Stay with us. May your presence continue to guide us. And whomever is watching, wherever they may be, may your presence continue to be with them, continue to protect them. We want to thank you. We want to honor you. We give you all the glory and all the praise. It is in your precious name, Jesus, we pray. Amen. Hello, everyone. Again, if you're just coming on, share this live. Welcome to Bible Study. It is Wednesday, like we usually do at Salem, Bible Study Wednesday. And today our topic is, how do you know if you have a mental health condition? Like, how can you tell? Again, I don't want this to be just me talking. I want it to be interactive. So if you have any thoughts, any questions, any experience, anything that you have been through that you would like to share with us, please do so. We would love to hear from you. We wanted this to be a back and forth. I mean, it's not therapy, but we can make it like therapy. We can make it interactive and share our experiences with each other. This is a safe, open space. Feel free to discuss to write whatever you want to write to us. Someone might benefit from it. So my question to you is this evening, how do you know? How can you tell if you have a mental health condition? I want you guys to answer. I'm going to take a few minutes to go back to the live and read what your answers are. So I would love for you guys to answer me. How can you tell if you have a mental health condition? Because, it can be kind of difficult to tell what's normal and what's like, okay, this is a problem. Am I just sad or am I depressed? Am I nervous, or is this becoming a phobia? It can't, it's not easy to tell, but there are ways that you can tell if you have a mental health condition. So let us know here on the live what you think. How can you tell if you have a mental health concern? So according to womenshealth.gov, it is a research-based mental health institute for women. And they're saying that if you are experiencing thoughts, behaviors, or moods that are interfering with your work or relationship for more than 2 weeks, it might be a mental health condition. So if it's sadness, anxiety, other intense emotions, and you're feeling that most of the time, that might be a sign you want to talk to somebody and find out what it is. If you are in any doubt, or if you want to be sure, you contact your primary care physician, a nurse, your pastor maybe, a loved one that might be, well versed in that department. And before we delve further, just so you guys know, I am not a mental health professional, but I am a mental health advocate. I hope to be a mental health professional someday. But based on experience in the line of work that I do, I have been through intense mental health training, and I've been through therapy. I am currently going through therapy. So I've been in this field for at least 10 years now. So I have some experience in that. But if you want to know, it is best to contact a mental health professional or a professional doctor. So let me see what you guys answer, how you can tell if you have a mental health condition. I'm going to read some of your comments. So, like I said, some of the symptoms you have to look for. And if you're not sure, like I said, contact your doctor, because just like anything in our life, when we sick, right, you go to the doctor. When you're not feeling well, you check with a nurse. You check your primary care physician. It's the same thing. When you want to lose weight, you exercise. Whatever you want to do, we have no problem doing it. But when it comes to our mental health, there's this like stigma about it, and we feel ashamed. We want to keep it a secret. We want to share nothing like that with anybody. But anything else, we are able to share. But when it comes to our mental health, it's just like this big, scary thing. Oh my gosh, nobody can know. And we want to move away from that. We would like to share that, to get rid of that narrative. So some of the symptoms of mental health condition: lack of interest in doing things, like things you used to enjoy. You used to like to sing. You used to like to dance, read. Anything you used to enjoy to do, and you no longer have interest in doing it. You don't, care about doing it anymore. Or you're crying all the time, but you're not pregnant. You can't say it's hormones because you're not pregnant. Nothing. You just can't stop crying. You have no motivation to do anything. That I can relate to, because before I started therapy a few months ago, I had no motivation to do anything. I mean, I was going through the motions of life. I was getting up in the morning. I was doing my work. I was taking care of my kids, but I had no motivation to do anything else. I was functioning, but not really. I was just going through the motion of life. And that was a sign for me. Inability to concentrate. I couldn't concentrate on anything. I was just there. And it was just a terrible time. And one other symptoms is your eating habits change. Either you're eating too much, you're gaining weight, or you're not eating enough and you're losing weight without even trying. You're not exercising, you're losing a lot of weight like rapidly. That's another sign that, okay, something might be terribly wrong. Or you can't, you feel hopeless all the time. Like you don't look forward to anything. You're just there. You're not looking forward to the future. Nothing makes sense to you. You just feel hopeless. You're not looking, to enjoy life. You're just there in this dark, like, hole, and you can't get out of it. And it's almost like you're okay there. It doesn't bother you. It's just like, okay, this is life. It doesn't get any better than this, and you just stay there. And, you feel, so any of these things, if you're feeling them for more than 2 weeks, that's a problem, and you might want to, talk to a professional. And one of the biggest ones you have to look for, if someone next to you, or even yourself, if you're having suicidal thoughts, that's an automatic 911. It doesn't matter if, the person is joking. How do you know if the person is joking? So if someone comes to you, or you've heard them say, I want to kill myself. That's an immediate, okay, cry for help. You need to contact the authorities. You need to call 911, get this person some help. And if they have a plan to complete that suicidal, ideation they're having, definitely get that person some help, because you don't want to wait till the last minute they carry it out and then now it's too late. And another one is extreme mood swings. That I had an issue with. At 1 minute I was happy, quote unquote, and the next I was just so irritable with everybody, with anybody. And it was just so, I'm like, that's not me. So that was a sign for me to say, okay, lovely, you need to do something about this. That's not okay, that's not normal. So I had to go and look for help, which is what I did. And like I said earlier, I am currently in therapy, and I'm not ashamed to say that. And a lot of people are, and especially in our community, I've heard people say, it's a sign of weakness. Oh, c'est problème ou pas gagné. And that is a terrible thing to say to someone who might be going through some mental health, mental health issues. It's a terrible thing to say to someone. So, watch what you say around people. You never know what they might be going through. Give me 1 second. Yeah, when your like exactly, Manushka, if your behavior is not normal, it's not typical for you to, to behave this way, then that's a sign that, okay, what's going on? That's not me. That's a sign that, okay, I need to look into this. This cannot be normal. So, how do you know? How can they diagnose a mental health conditions? Again, that's why we go to the doctor. Your nurse, your primary care doctor may refer you to to a mental health professional, and they will ask you all about your, how you've been feeling, what has been going on, what are some of the things you've been through, what are some of your thoughts. They will ask you, and the thing is, you have to answer honestly, because if you don't answer honestly, they won't be able to help you. So it is very important, once you make that decision to seek help, that you are honest with yourself and you are honest with the person who is trying to help you. And once that is, once you go and they make that decision, okay, you're suffering from some type of mental health condition, whether it be depression, anxiety, whatever it may be, and they might come up with a plan to treat you. And until you go, until you know for sure, Google can't diagnose you, Google can't treat you, you have to see a healthcare professional. And for some people, it differs. It might be, okay, you just need, therapy. Some people, you need therapy and medication. You won't know until you go, okay? Like for me, it's just therapy. I don't need to be medicated. I just need to talk to someone about some of the things that I've been going through my mind, some of my past experiences that are still affecting my present, and they help you manage some of your experiences. And there are a whole lot of different ways they can treat your mental health conditions. Again, you have to seek the help. And one thing, even my husband has asked me, does it work? For me, personally speaking, absolutely, therapy works. I've gone before in the past, I currently am, and it has worked for me. But like anything, you have to be committed for it to work. You have to be consistent. You have to be honest. Some of us, what we do, 1 week we're all hopeless, everything is wrong. The next week we're good, and we just forget about it. Oh, I'm fine now, let's move on. And it's a cycle. 1 minute you're okay, 1 minute you're not okay. 1 minute you're okay, 1 minute you're not okay. And you never make the decision to seek help because you think you're fine. That's what we do. But if you're in therapy and you are serious about it, it will definitely work if you're consistent. Just like when you work out, you don't go to the gym one day and bam, you're 10 pounds lighter and you have your, abs like, J-Lo or whatever. You have to work at it. You have to be consistent, just like everything else in your life. You have to be consistent. You can't just go one day and thinking, okay, your problems are solved. And again, just like when you go to a primary care doctor your first time, you guys might not click. And it's okay to, you know what, this therapist is not going to work for me. Let me go look for somebody else. That is completely fine. You can do that. It may be that you and this person, you don't vibe or whatever. You go and look for somebody else. And it's okay to do that. Again, the main important thing is to be honest with yourself, to be honest with the person who's trying to help you, because guess what? It's your time. In some cases, you are paying for these services. So if you're not going to be honest, then don't expect to get the results you are seeking, because it's just not going to work. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, and you're wasting the person's time. So if you've made the hard decision to seek help, then commit to it for it to work, or else it won't. If you don't have the commitment, it will not work. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Like I mentioned earlier, I am going through it, so feel free to ask what my experience is, or if you've gone through it, please share with us what your experience has been. Has it worked for you? If it didn't work, and why do you think it didn't work? Was it the therapist's fault? Was it your fault? Were you consistent? What are the reasons why therapy didn't work for you, or why did it work for you? But for me, it did work. Okay. All right, guys. With anything, if I'm giving you information, I'd like to give you resources. You can't just get the information and you have no way to get help. There are a lot of resources out there, and they will be posted later. But in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, like I said, you can always ask. I'll be as honest as I can. Not too honest because my kids are watching, but I'll answer as honestly as I can. Okay. All right. So once you make the decision to go, and if you don't have a support system around you, because some people, they're around you and they make you feel so ashamed and embarrassed to seek for help. Oh, a problem li pa gen, salte gen, blah, 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 blah. And you can't even open up to this person. So if you're around people who are not going to support you seeking help, maybe it's time to find you another circle, because a lot of people don't believe in therapy, and if you don't, just because you don't believe in something, you shouldn't discourage somebody from seeking help. If someone have the courage to say, you know what, I need to seek some type of mental health, and you around them and you telling them, oh, therapy doesn't work, that's a waste of time, you're just gonna go and talk, whatever, then, and it could help you, you need to go ahead and continue seeking help. And if the person around you, they're not supporting you, they're not, giving you what you need, they're not pushing you to get your mental health to a better place, then you don't need to be around that person. I think. Exactly. Social stigma definitely deters us from seeking help. Like I said, in our community, it's like this huge, what? You seeing a shrink? Are you crazy? No, I'm not crazy. I need help. I need a way to manage my emotions. My emotions were volatile at times. I need somewhere safe to express what I'm feeling, what's going on with me. And a lot of the times, it's something you're not even aware of. So until you go and start talking about your past, it doesn't even, it's like, wait, so that happened in my past and now it's affecting my present. And you won't even be able to tell until you go and find this open, safe environment to express your thoughts, your emotions, your past experiences. And we all need that. I mean, we can't always just dump our feelings on our friends. It's a lot for some of our friends to handle because they have their own things going on, and it's not fair to them to just all the time dumping our baggage onto them. It's not fair when there's perfectly good professional mental health professionals are there out there who are willing to help you. So, and if you're having all these things going on, all these mood swings, and instead of talking them out, instead of going for help, guess what we do? We delve into unhealthy behaviors, drinking, drugs, partying, blaming others. Some people resort to extreme things like cutting, things to make the pain go away that they're feeling, when with just a little push, they could have gone to a mental health professional and get all that resolved. But because they don't have the support, people around them are not supporting them or not pushing them to seek help. They don't, and they fell into really dangerous situations. So again, if you know you can benefit from all of this, the right thing to do is seek help. It is there, and it is not a sign of weakness, because I feel empowered that I'm able to go and seek the help that I know I need. And I know, yes, prayer absolutely works, but prayer without works is dead. So we do have the power within us for us to change. But what are you doing to activate that power? You're not doing anything. You're just sitting there. God is going to change my situation. God is going to change my situation, but you aren't doing anything. People who are sick, they know God is gonna heal them, but they still go to the doctor. They still take that diabetes medication. They still go to that chemo treatment. They still do what they need to do. At the same time, they are counting on God to do the ultimate healing. We can't just sit there hoping things change when we're not tapping into the power that He has put in us to make the changes that we need. So you can pray and still go to therapy, absolutely. It is when I was praying that I realized, the answer. Okay, I need to go see somebody. I need to go talk to somebody to help me out with this situation, because I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out why good things were happening around me. I was getting blessings over and over again, but something inside of me just wouldn't let me enjoy it. Oh, I felt guilty being happy. I felt guilty being joyful. So I needed to know, okay, that is not normal. You shouldn't feel guilty for being happy. That's not normal behavior. So I needed to go to find out, why am I feeling this way? This is not okay. I need help figuring it out. And that's what I did, and I was able to do that. So please, I'm a huge advocate for mental health, and it is so wonderful to be in a church that also believes in mental health awareness. Because a lot of us in our community, it's a sign of weakness, and it is not. Like I said, I feel empowered when I'm able to go and seek the help that I need from the professionals who are there to help me. And what we do, like I said earlier, if we're not consistent, then it's not gonna work. And what I'm afraid is that some of us, if we don't take the initiative to start getting the help that we need early, then I don't want to say it becomes too late, then it becomes so much more harder to get the help that you need. And the next thing you know, you're going to need medication, and you don't want to do that. So the earlier you start, seeking the help that you need, the better it is. And like I mentioned earlier, I can't just tell you to seek therapy. If you think you needed to seek it, I'll give you resources. If you have a primary care doctor, they can refer you to a mental health professional. If you're at a job, you're working, they have the EAP program, the Employee Assistance Program, that can help you. It is all anonymous, so your coworkers are not going to know that you are seeking mental health. assistant, they're not gonna know. If you have Medicare, Medicaid, TRICARE, any type of government funded insurance, they will be able to help you. But if none of that applies to you, there is the 1-800-273-TALK that you can call, and they will give you all the resources that you need to get the help that you might be seeking. It's 1-800-273-8255. You call that number, and they will help you. So again, my advice to you is to participate fully in therapy if you decide to go, and it will work. It works best when you attend. There are some days I don't want to attend, but I'm like, I'm paying for this, I need to go. And when I go, it helps. And you will have homework to do between sessions. It might be exercising, it might be reading a book, it might be call up a friend that you trust, it might be whatever. It all depends on your treatment plan. There is homework when it comes to therapy, and you have to follow through. I think for me, that's the secret. Being consistent and following up and following through with your plan and being honest with your therapist. Very much so, you have to be honest. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, you can ask, any comments. You can go ahead and ask. Why am I tapping this? Absolutely, group therapy is an option. Some people are afraid of doing it alone. So if you feel comfortable with other people, absolutely. I haven't had group therapy. I've had individual therapy, but I wouldn't mind trying group therapy. That's something to look into. Yes, absolutely, Pastor Lucy. It takes a lot of strength to say that you need help. And do not make the people around you make you feel weak for asking for help. If you've gone through something major, I mean, it doesn't hurt to seek someone to help you navigate through your feelings, because your feelings are gonna change, your emotions are gonna be up and down. I mean, where does it hurt to seek someone? Everything is kept confidential. They're not going to go run their mouth about your business. Because I know within our community, that's one thing we're afraid of. Oh, I don't want to tell somebody my business. Listen, this person, that's their job. They will not jeopardize their job to go run and tell other people your business. No. So you shouldn't be afraid of that at all. A little thing called HIPAA, they have to adhere by that. So they value their job, I'm assuming, so they wouldn't dare put your business out, in the street for all to know. And it takes a lot of strength to say that you need help, especially being women. We expect to be strong and, work and carry the family and do all of these things. And when we need help, we feel ashamed to ask for help. And it's terrible that we are made to feel that way because of the stigma in our community. We are not ashamed if we have, cancer, diabetes, hypertension. We're not made to feel ashamed about having physical ailments, but when it comes to our mental health, it's because we're weak or it's because we don't have enough problems to deal with. Those are some of the things I've heard personally when it comes to mental health. And it's so distressing because here someone's trying to better themselves, and the people around them are making them feel 10 times worse. So my goal is to change that mindset in our community, that seeking help is a sign of weakness. Seeking help is a sign of strength. It's a sign of you are mature and self-aware enough to know, okay, you know what? I cannot handle this by myself. I need help. I need someone to help me with this. And that shows strength, that shows self-awareness, and that's commendable to me. Yes, Nat. And a lot of insurance companies, they do cover mental health because it's important. It is very important, and we need to make that clear to in our community. If you guys don't have any questions, let me see. No, my therapist, but I got Pastor Lucy asked if my therapist imposed their beliefs on me. Absolutely not. She's Bahamian, and we have the same beliefs. Like, thank you, Jesus. So it works, and we talk about God all the time, and we just it's so funny because we have a lot in common when it comes to our families, when it comes to what people in our community and the Caribbean community, what they feel about mental health, and her being a mental health therapist, and she does not impose her beliefs on me at all, but it helps, like I said, that we do share the same beliefs, and she understands the stigma that is when it comes to mental health that's in our community. So it helps a lot that we share. How can you approach someone who is having a mental health problem? How do you approach someone who's having a mental health problem? With compassion, with gentleness, I would say, especially if you know that is usually the way the person is, the way they behave, and you know there might be something like off a little bit. I say you approach them with a lot of compassion, how you would want to be approached, and don't, I wouldn't over exaggerate it. I would just bring it up casually, me personally, and I would just show them a lot of understanding and try to relate a little bit to what they might be going through, and just be open and make yourself available. Make yourself available to that person, because if they able to open up to you, and maybe they'll be able to open up to someone, to someone else, to a professional who may be able to help them. So yeah, I would say compassion. Approach them with compassion. Where can we find that? How can you feel comfortable with someone who hasn't gone through what you're going through? How can you feel comfortable talking to someone who hasn't been through what you're going through? It took me a while to be comfortable with talking, being in therapy. I didn't like talking about it because where I grew up, that is something that is taboo. You don't talk about that. Oh, you're seeing a shrink? Okay. Even in high school, I wouldn't even dare go see a counselor. But thank God I grew out of that. I now I'm comfortable because of education, right? Education had made it possible for me to be comfortable with sharing my mental health struggles. Yeah, a lot of education, a lot of maturity, a lot of I'm okay with being who I am, and this is who I am, take it or leave it. And yeah, so I would say, yeah, education and knowing who God says I am. It doesn't matter what people out here may think, but I know who I am in Him, and I know the plans that He has for me. It's not, I'm comfortable with sharing that. It's okay. Someone says, where can you find that help if someone in your family, where can you find that help if someone in your family needs help? I'm going to ask Marcy if she can post the information to share with your family, but if your family member has a primary care doctor, they can go to their primary care doctor and talk to them and have that conversation, and their primary care doctor will give them a referral to a mental health professional. So that's the first thing you can do. Advise your family member to go see their primary care doctor and ask for a referral. That's what I would do. So let me, hold on guys. I lost my, yes, absolutely. Ask them questions about things you've noticed that is not normally their behavior. Absolutely. That's one way you can do that too. Yeah. Show them that you care. Yes, caring, like I say, compassion. Show them that you care, that you're genuinely interested in knowing what's going on. You're not trying to be nosy. You're not trying to get all up in their business, but you genuinely care about what they're going through. You notice the difference. Notice, okay, what's going on? That something seems weird. What gently, with compassion, ask them. Yeah. Are mental health issues more common in women? I don't think so. I think men, they go through it too. I think possibly women, we're more open about it because for men, they might see it as a sign of weakness. I've heard men say that. Oh man, what's wrong with you? Not strong. You weak. What do you need to go to therapy for? Yeah, I've heard men say that, but I don't think it's more prevalent in women. I think we're just more comfortable sharing it. I think we're just more comfortable seeking help. We're more comfortable talking about it. And I think for men, it's yeah, it's a big secret. They do not, especially black men. Oh no, that is. I'm strong. I'm Hercules. I'm Tarzan. We don't have mental health issues, and unfortunately, it's sad because the ending usually is very, very bad. It's fatally bad. So I don't think it's more prevalent in women. I think it's just women are more comfortable with it. Local agencies or therapists I would recommend. Gateway Counseling. It's Christian based. It's really good. But they do not take insurance. Or actually, they don't take the insurance that I had, TRICARE. But you have to call them to see if they take insurance. Either they take it or they don't take it. I'm not sure. But Gateway Counseling is a good place that you can check. There's a Chrysalis Center. There's multilingual. There are a few. Those are the only three that they're good. Positive Start over in Wellington. That's also a good one. So those are the four that immediately came to my mind. But there are a lot. Definitely Gateway Counseling. It's Christian based. Chrysalis Center, multilingual, and Positive Start. You can Google all of those and you'll get the information, and you can call them up and they'll give you the information that you need. Let me see. Okay, so I think you guys are not saying anything else. So it's been a great topic for me to look into because of my experience with mental health. So like I said, if you guys, even after this, if you guys have any, you think of any more questions you want to ask me personally, you can go ahead and find me on my page and ask away. I'm not ashamed to discuss it at all. And it's been a pleasure being with you guys this evening. But before I go, we always gotta do offering, guys. Offering time. Let's go, Zelle. Through our online, through our website, you can do it. So it's offering time. And a few announcements. The National Haitian Convention last weekend of May. Bishop is looking forward to seeing you guys. Please try to make arrangement to go at least one of the nights. If you can't do all 3 nights, at least try to do 1 or 2 nights. It's going to be a lot of fun. They have a lot of great preachers, speakers coming to bless you guys. So try to be there if you are able to. If you need a ride, I believe the church will have an event going out there. So let us know. There's no excuse. Ride is not an excuse, guys. Transportation is not an excuse. If you need it, it's here for you. And what do we have any more announcements, Marcy? Yes, National Haitian Convention last weekend of May. Revival is also coming. That's in July. July. That's in July, right? June? Revival is in June, guys. That's in June. That's next month. I'm so excited. So be ready. And of course, our services Sunday 8:30 and 11 o'clock. Can't wait to see you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and close. It was a pleasure being with you guys this evening. You guys had a lot of questions, a lot of good questions and insights. Thank you for sharing. And thank you, Pastor Lucy, for entrusting me with this. Thanks. I hope you're somewhere with your legs up, relaxing. And it was a pleasure being with you guys. And I hope you have a marvelous rest of your night and a blissful rest of your week. May the Lord continues to be with you. May his presence continues to guide you. And have a blessed Wednesday. Good night, everybody. Bye. Oh, we're out. We're out.